coverage of the NFL has us on the west coast of the Sunshine State. Downtown Tampa's the spot, Raymond James Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Orlando Orbits and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Wentz now on first down. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It's a big-time run by Jordan Howard. 62 yards on the ground. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. It's Coleman here, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Tevin Coleman taking it in. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out. 1st and 10 at the 40. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
I got you, Pop. Hey, check Michael Allen, check Michael Allen. In your face. Hey.
Now Newton on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Go. Check Michael Allen, check Michael Allen.
Newton now to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On the give, running right is Howard. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Working from the gun, Wentz completes it to Samuel. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
On first down, they run with Howard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 34-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. Now Wentz. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, if there is a certainty in this game, we know that wherever he goes, he's going to draw a big-time crowd.
Throws into double coverage there, and look, that's something that he's going to have to deal with a lot in this game, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were lucky to get away with that one where it just fell incomplete, but they're going to count on him to uncover latent routes and make some difficult catches.
Check number 6, check number 6.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. And he fires one incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. He's got his tight end, Burton. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 14.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Let's go, B. Sunday. We got to step it up. Patch it. Big ass.
Into the red zone. Wentz. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They run with Howard. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. He finds an opening past the 40 and finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
20.
Right back to him on 1st down. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Newton is going to flip one out here to his running back. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Now a give right side. Pratt. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a 1st. Here's Newton. Man open, it's Moss complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A gain of 22. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. And the big part about just watching him throw it seems almost effortless.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds, because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
20.
The shotgun snap for Newton. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Emmanuel Ogbah picks up his second sack of the afternoon. And Gay knocks this one through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. But we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive. And he's going to profess that he was happy to get points.
But
and we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing now is Wentz. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown! A big play there. 75 yards. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. Sanders on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Slam, slam. Chance. Check 3. Hey! Q.
Newton on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Check 26. Undercross.
Here's Newton. He completes this into the hands of Miller. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Open man has got one. It's complete. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now he dumps this off over the middle. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum. because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Newton now, nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Newton throwing again. Flush to his right. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. From 21 yards away, as his guys are back within a single score. Until that late score here in the second quarter, they only had the field goal, so that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, and when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half, but when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as the head coach?
What?
I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Fighting room at the 30. And all the way up to the 46. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
20. Gun.
Off play action. Newton. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down.
And 6 yards to go.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Newton. He's got the hook up to Miller. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Checks
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. On third down, this is Howard. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a fourth down. And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow.
Go, go. First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Pratt. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Open man is Howard, the tight end. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
There's so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. On first down, Pratt. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 36-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Cam fakes the give and keeps it. Throw left side, complete to Moss. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Hey, express! You gonna see me in your nightmares.
On 3rd down, it's Pratt. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. 30 yards as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will level the playing field at 17 all. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Wentz. And he will find his man on the outside. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
A gain of 13 yards. And an Orlando first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw, it's Wentz. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 6 there on first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And let's see, the Bucs with 6 DBs, so a dime set here on 3rd down. Again, it's Howard. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it, but listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game, plus, even if you get the first, you still got a half a field to go. I'll go ahead and punt the football myself.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They scored a touchdown the last time they had the football, but things going to be a little bit more difficult this time.
Oh, certainly, because where they're starting, the goal isn't even thinking about a touchdown at this point. They're thinking about field position, a couple of first downs in order to give some room for their punter, and maybe flip the field position for their defense.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a give, right side. Pratt, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, Newton. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A good pickup there of 20 yards. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Gun.
Operating from the gun, Newton. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moss. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
From the 50, Newton. Johnson's got it complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Escaping the pressure right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Ready. 180. Push him back. Gun. Express. Hey, check. 8. You must be drinking. Hey, check Mike.
They fake the give. Newton. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The Bucs on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Newton. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
Hey, come on, dog.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Check 31.
They'll run on first down. It's Pratt, and he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Pratt. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Wentz going to throw. And he'll find Hall. 7 yards there and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Howard. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They go with Howard again. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, it's Howard. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Jordan Howard, 52 yards, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
20.
They'll run on first down. It's Pratt, and he'll be brought down at about the 42. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go. Great.
Newton to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 42. The 20. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Let's go. Game 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Gun.
Now it's Newton. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Short throw pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
This is taken at his 4.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here.
Set. 780. Check back to that. Let's get the ball.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football
Yeah.
where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for Orlando, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.